What's going on, folks? Here it is. Quest for Glory 4, my favorite Quest for Glory game. Let's go! Hopefully this isn't too loud for you. It's pretty loud in my ears. But I can turn this down without affecting you, I believe. I always thought that skip there was a little bit weird. The full motion video, then this skip to the still. Oh well, it was 1993, I think. Alright, so, with this sensitive mouse. Character creation, import, restore. I'm going to import because I have found the old save file.
Your saved character disk from any of the first 3 Quest for Glory games into the disk drive, so that your hero can make the journey to Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness.
That is one of the best parts, because you don't have to hear me stumbling and fumbling over the words. You can just hear Gimli talk to you. That's right, Gimli from Lord of the Rings is the voice actor as the narrator. Import Glory 3 save.
Your character has been successfully imported. Welcome to Shadows of Darkness.
Thank you, sir. Your character has been imported as Paladin. Only if this is incorrect, indicate your profession below, otherwise select Continue. Only if this is incorrect, indicate your profession below. Continue. Paladin. Points available. Okay. Acrobatics. I don't think I need... That's a new skill, but I don't think I need that as... Well, let me just see. Wow. Okay. Takes all my points if I want to do that. Climbing can easily be skilled up manually, I believe. But I'm going to make myself able to withstand some hits. I'll put it all into vitality, I guess, right? Wow, yeah. That brings my health up to 300, is that right? Yeah. Let me do that much. Weapon use is pretty high. Strength, I'm gonna go strength. There we go. That works. Okay.
You awaken from nightmares of flying and falling. You find yourself in this strange place. The only illumination, an eerie green glow. You've lost your weapons and the contents of your backpack somewhere during the journey. All you have are the clothes and armor on your back. This leaves you with 4 burning questions.
4.
Where are you? How did you get here? Who brought you here? And how in blazes can you get out of here? No, make that 5 burning questions. What city did your luggage end up in this time?
Yes, yes, yes.
The desiccated corpse is half buried in the rock of the cave floor. The deteriorated corpse has grown partway into the cave wall. You search the desiccated body. The only still usable item is a dagger which you pick up. However, lying around the bones are some coins. 5 golden coins. Each have a crown stamped on them. And 13 small copper coins, each stamped 1 kopeck.
Okay. I'm curious to speed a little bit here. Skill down because I'm getting too old for this crap. Detail all the way up.
A brief search reveals a piece of hard grey rock which you take, and some coins, 3 crowns and 13 kopecks. You find 30 assorted copper and gold coins on the body.
Okay.
This torch is firmly embedded in its holder. You take the torch.
Ah, I take the torch, put my hand on that, strike the spark. Yes. Now I am walking around. I think it's only 3 corpses to check. I do have a guide up here if I need to. Look, I'll probably refer to it at some point here. Probably often. Pick up the dagger, bin some coins, pick up the coins and the flint, grab the torch. Okay. Put your hand on the torch, light the torch. Okay.
You force the sphincter open with your dagger and pass through. You've made it into a large chamber. Stone valves, like the one you just passed through, apparently block 3 other passageways. There is a huge stone altar in the center of the room, and an exit to the south.
Yes. And a sword and shield, right there.
You gratefully retrieve the shield and battered sword from the dead warrior. You hope that they will serve you better than they did their last owner.
Indeed.
It doesn't say much. A stone valve blocks this passageway to another part of the cave. A stone valve... The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. You feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near.
Yes, of course.
As you approach the exit, you are confronted by 2 flying creatures. They have bat wings and spider-like bodies.
Oh. Just forget how to fight. Gotta click on the bat to strike it. In a bitter battle, you are better than the batters.
You kick some butt, too.
Okay, but that probably took out a lot. Thank you for this not being glitchy. I can move around here with my mouse. Ooh, my health is quite injured here. I think I'm poisoned, actually. Can I unpoison myself, please? Sword. The sword is rather battered and worn. You can't get a hold of it. You can't get it to hold a proper temper. Still, it's better than fighting barehanded or even with a dagger. Shield. The best offense requires good defense. This shield helps you keep alive. Let me try it as John Rys Davies. The best offense requires good defense. This shield helps keep you alive long enough to do both. Pretty good, right? Not so much.
Something deadly lies in wait nearby. You straighten out your...
Nope. Test the rope.
Cautiously test the rope before crossing. It feels as though it's firmly anchored on both ends of the chasm.
Okay. Can't fly. Hand over hand. Watch out.
You just barely made it across the pit.
I do like that the energy and stamina bars are visible right now. Take the rope.
A rope might be useful, but it's firmly attached on both ends. You think about cutting it loose, but then decide that you may have to come back this way again.
Wise. No!
You are so
Didn't mean to do that. Let me see if I can rest here.
After some rest.
Can I get through again?
After some
Okay. After some rest, you feel better.
you slip through the mouth of the cave, just in time to avoid being crushed by its closing jaws. As the cave mouth closes behind you, you feel a strange warning tingle. There is danger here, although its source is not immediately clear.
You are alive! Only one person has ever walked away from there before. Who are you? How did you get here? Oh, there are so many questions I want to ask you, but I have to get home quickly. It is so dangerous out at night in Mordavia. The town is due north of here. Be careful. There are many bad things wandering around. Good luck. Oh, by the way, my name is Katrina. I hope we meet again sometime. Farewell.
Okay, well, I guess I can't even talk to her.
This symbol looks like a six-armed starfish, or perhaps like the tentacles of an octopus. You sense a feeling of strange, chaotic power from it. The archway above the path is inscribed with 8 arcane symbols. You recognize 7 of them, from Arcania 101 no doubt, as the symbols of blood, bone, breath, essence, heart, the mouth, and the senses. The 8th is new to you. It looks a bit like a 6-tentacled starfish, or perhaps more like a squished squid. Something about the symbol fascinates and scares you at the same time. The 6-pointed symbol seems to pulse with energy and comes loose in your hand when you touch it. You have the feeling that you may need this sign, so you carefully store it in your pack.
Yes. I've done something good. The game told me so.
The path is dripping with slimy goo. You're having a hard time maintaining your footing on it.
Go slippy slips. There we go. Slippy slips.
This tall standing stone has been carved so that the top looks like a squid is perched upon it. It doesn't look particularly stable.
Another squid.
The stone moves slightly as you push on it, but you aren't strong enough to push it all the way over. The stone...
Not strong enough. Do I need to work on my strength? I think maybe the game is telling me I'm not strong enough to, like, maybe I am strong enough. Oops, sorry. Maybe I just need to be strong enough, like, stat-wise. Sometimes the game just doesn't allow you to do something because it's not part of the plot. Before I leave.
A delicately crafted bonsai bush looks totally out of place in a pool of dark, unhealthy-looking goo. That
didn't do anything.
Your danger sense tingles. You sense deadly danger from the swamp. It might have something to do with the grasping, disembodied arms.
That could do it.
It doesn't. You grab it.
Should be able to hold a bunch of rocks. And 14 rocks. Each weighs 30 quarks. Do I have a readout of weight? Maybe I don't. Does this game not use that? But let me go back.
managed to knock a few of the rocks loose from the pile, although the remaining stones still dam up the pool. You're not... You are so... That last throw did it!
Yay!
After some rest,
Okay. I have the bonsai tree. It's daytime. That's nice. To me save, please. Automatic save. I'm going to do the traditional Andy save. Okay. So, grab the Dark One sign. Okay, good, good. It's not telling me to grab that bonsai tree yet, but I did anyway. Whatever. I got a map going here. Okay, I should probably keep that map handy. Yes, I will keep the map handy. Quest for Glory map, yes. Now, where should I put it? I have a limited amount of real estate in this. Okay, I can move my screen over a little bit there. And let me find the map quick. Quest for Glory map, yes. Bring that up. Doesn't interrupt anything in my game. Okay, good. Okay. Alright, so I got my map up. Placed on my screen next to my game. Let's continue. It's day 1.
after some rest, you don't have any rations.
You better get some food soon. Increase the speed a little bit more. I think like after you get way up there, like it's like way too much.
You have a strange, disquieting feeling along with a sense of sorrow, longing, and unfulfilled desires as you're near the lake. The briny lake seems to draw you towards it.
Whoa!
Hello there. Could you help me? This water is so cold and I need someone to help warm me.
Oh. Wow. That doesn't seem like it's too much trouble. Great Lake Woman.
Why don't you come to my arms so that I can give you a real greeting?
Wow. You're so friendly.
Surely a hero like you will help someone like me. Please, take my hand.
Well, that's not at all suspicious.
It is so cold here in the lake. Please, come and hold me and help me to be warm again. I am the Rizalka. Please, take my hand.
The Rizalka? Your name is not Rizalka? That's suspicious.
If you take my hand, I'll be happy to show you what the lake is like. If you take my arms, I'll be happy to talk to you about anything you'd like.
That seems to be all that's on your mind.
You ask,
It's so nice here in the water.
Not at all
Why
suspicious.
don't you join me? Please, don't leave me here so alone and cold. I need you.
Alright, you convinced me. I'll help you.
you wade out to the lake woman and take her in your arms. Her skin is soft but very cold. The lake spirit moans softly as she holds you closer and closer and tighter, then pulls you down into the lake.
No! No! Wait! Going drown? You quickly discover that you really don't know how to breathe water. Yes. Save early, save often. That's what I say. Goodbye, Rizalka. Okay.
It doesn't.
Alright, so. Where am I going here? Up. Up another. Let's see here. Can I go right here? Can't go right here. Where am I on this map then? Is this the... Up here is that room. And over here should be... Yes. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Let's see if I'm strong enough to defeat this. Zap. Flame dart. The battle system in this game seems to be much better. It's more engaging. Whew. Where's my points? I don't get points.
The wyvern has no place to carry treasure. This is one reason why dragon hunting is far more popular.
Yes. Alright. Let's look at this village here.
The villagers have erected a scarecrow to
Village.
keep birds away from the newly harvested corn. Tall shocks of corn have been harvested and wait here to be stored for the winter. You take an ear of the corn and put it away in your pack.
I remember, back in the day, when I first played this game, before hint books, well, hint books existed, but I don't think I had one. And internet wasn't really a big thing. I think I got stuck on this part of the, like, I was stuck at some point in this game because I didn't know that you could take the corn. I didn't try everything, so.
You've never been very good at making pumpkin pie.
Okay. But eventually, I think maybe I had to look at a guide to see I needed to take the corn. I don't know why I needed the corn, though.
No one's...
I still don't remember why I needed it, actually.
The curved staff has
We'll
a
find
very
out.
organic look to it. Its curves seem somehow feminine. You can feel a sense of magical power radiating all around it.
Let's try to take the staff.
The staff feels warm and almost alive in your hand. You hear an eerie voice in your head.
This I must first do. The sacrifice of life for one of love.
You find yourself letting go of the staff very quickly.
Okay. Of course. I didn't know about this until I'm reading it right now.
You find 5 crowns that someone hid in the hollow stump. They're covered with mold and dirt, and have obviously been long since forgotten.
Well, alright then. I don't think I knew about that. Okay.
You pick some flowers and put them away.
Flowers.
You! How did you get here? Why are you here? Few strangers come to Mordavia. I am the Burgomeister. It is my job to know everyone and everything that goes on here.
You know, I wonder if the reason I engage so much with this game is the fact that it doesn't require me reading everything. I was never like a big reader as a kid. These, like as an adult, it's more like, for me it's audiobooks. I always fall asleep when I read. So audiobooks are usually what I do. But I'm wondering if the fact that up till now you had to read everything. I got bored with it and didn't engage with part 2 and part 3 quite as much as this game, because it actually spoke to me. I was more engaged because it was more like a TV show or a movie instead of a reading a ton. You know what I mean? Could be.
The Burgomeister stares at you suspiciously. You tell the Burgomeister about how you came here.
Do you expect me to believe such a story? That you could walk out of that cave alive? That the cave would be open? Tell me no more lies.
No lies, sir. No lies at all. How are you?
My name is Dmitri Ivanov. I am the Burgomeister of this town. Mordavia is a valley surrounded by mountains. There used to be a road which led from here, but heavy rains have created a swamp at the base of the mountain south of here. No wagons can get you in or out, nor can any person, except perhaps you.
It helps to be teleported by an evil mad wizard.
This is the town of Mordavia. There is an inn and a shop down the street where you can spend the night or get some supplies and be on your way.
Where?
The sooner you leave, the better for all. There are many dangers in Mordavia, and we certainly do not need a stranger to stir up new troubles.
What about to rescue you from your
The
troubles?
Hotel Mordavia has rooms and food. It is a safe place to spend the night. The shop does not carry much. We have been cut off from supplies for a while now. Still, you may at least restock your food rations before you continue with your travels.
This town seems very boring. Bet there's no Wi-Fi.
There are many strange and dangerous creatures that live in Mordavia. Trust nothing. The gates of this town are closed at sunset. Do not let yourself get caught outside after dark, for few can survive a Mordavian night or remain sane enough to speak of it. Just leave Mordavia quickly. No good comes from outsiders, and we do not want you here.
Jeez. Okay.
Are you just sightseeing or casing my place?
Didn't you know I'm a paladin?
So, what are you up to today? Never have I heard such wild stories before. I am supposed to believe that a prince of Shapir stands before me? You do not look like anything other than a teller of tales to me.
So, as I referred to in part 1, maybe part 2 too, each of these games is like a season. Part 1 is spring, part 2, Trial by Fire, is obviously summer, part 3 is fall, and this is clearly winter. First one is Germanic in mythology, second one is Arabian mythology, third is, I guess it would be African mythology with the savannah and jungles and I guess, although I have no reference about African mythology myself to confirm, but this one is clearly Slavic, as you can tell. Anything else to tell me?
To be honest, I do not trust you. What
Clearly.
you say of yourself is unbelievable, and what you do around here seems likely to get you in trouble. If the path was clear, I would ask you to leave Mordavia. As things are, I will be watching you closely. The old Adventurers Guild is at the north end of town. It has been abandoned for many years, since we have not had many adventurers who could cross the swamp. Seeing as you are supposed to be an adventurer, here, have a key to the guild door. Perhaps you can find something of use there.
Thank you.
To the northwest of town is Castle Borgov. It used to be owned by the Borgov boyars of Mordavia, but
Northwest.
the last Borgov died years back, and no one came to take his place. Some strangers moved in some years back, but they have had nothing to do with the town, and we have had nothing to do with them. The old road from town used to meet with the road from the castle and head south to the pass. The heavy rains not only created the swamp, but caused so much plant growth you can't see the road anymore. The swamp is a dangerous and foul place. They say that all who ever were buried beneath the earth there now reach up to drag the living to their deaths. I have seen for myself.
So have I.
It's true. Stay far from the swamp if you value your safety.
Okay.
There are other things in Mordavia to see and do, but I am not a tour guide here. Go off and see for yourself, but be careful. The gates of the town are locked at night, so be sure to return before it gets dark. It's dangerous to be out after sunset. Everyone in Mordavia minds his own business and does not go looking for trouble. You obviously do not fit in well here. Stay out of trouble if you have any brains.
I think he's warming up to me.
Stay out of trouble and other people's business, and you and I will get along with one another. Otherwise, you will get me angry. I'm sure you don't want to make me angry, do you?
Okay.
From the sign reading Burgomeister's office, you cleverly deduce that the Burgomeister works here. It's been years since you studied Mordavian, but you think that Burgomeister might be the word for mayor, or perhaps sheriff. The sign reads General Store. You wonder how much of a commission the salespeople get. The sign simply reads Inn. Guess that means you should go in. This general store is cheery and well lit, thanks to the warm hearth. The first things that you notice are the cats. They seem to be everywhere. Then you see the shopkeeper, sitting on her rocking chair as she knits. She's a very, sturdy-looking woman.
So, you're the stranger in town. I've heard all about you already.
From who?
Yeah, polite, aren't you? And manners are as manners do, as my husband used to say. We'll see. You can call me Olga. Mrs. Stovich is too formal after all. We don't welcome strangers here. They bring nothing but trouble. All the same, it's good to see a new face again.
Well, that's a mixed message.
Let me see, what could you use? Well, besides my regular items like brooms and pens, I really don't have anything else for adventurers like yourself. Now, I do have some lovely sandwiches you can use for rations. And garlic, of course you'll need garlic. I've also got some oil you can use to keep the weapons and armor from rusting. And if you like sweets, I've got some yummy homemade candy. Although the garlic-flavored ones have all been purchased by now. I'll have to make some more. Oh, and a shopping bag to carry things in. I have a couple of those left. 3 twists of candy will cost you just 5 kopecks. The kids love them. Oh, now garlic is a must-have item. It's just 25 kopecks for a bulb, and it will add flavor to any food.
Storekeeper looks around nervously for a moment, then continues.
You know, some say garlic also has medicinal and protective properties.
Okay.
My husband always said I make the most interesting sandwiches. They're very good for you, and I only charge 50 kopecks each for them.
Well, everything seems super cheap.
The shopping bag costs 50 kopecks. It is very useful for carrying your purchases or other large things.
I'm gonna be charged to carry the things out. Walmart gives me extra bags all the time.
A flask of household oil will cost you 100 kopecks. It's good for door squeaks and can also be used to loosen up rusty wagon wheels.
Door squeaks, huh? If I was a thief, I would find that useful.
I can sell you a very nice large pie pan for 250 kopecks. I've always admired the men who can cook. You can purchase the hen broom for
350 kopecks?
I'm sure you'll really clean up with it.
Okay. Rumors.
What would you like to know about?
I bet it's gonna be a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, Bella's a good woman. She's the one who really runs the inn. Her husband just gives orders. Someday she'll give Yuri a piece of her mind, and good for her. The things she puts up with. Bella, she was a pretty woman not long ago. Was not called Bella for nothing. Losing her only child really aged her. What a tragedy. The castle north of town was abandoned for many years. Then, some strangers moved in 4 years ago. No one knows what goes on there now. But it won't be for the good, I'll tell you.
Werewolves?
Gypsies, no question about it. They change into wolves at night, eating anyone they can get. Nothing can kill a werewolf but silver or magic. So you be careful out in the woods at night, you hear me? The gypsy camp is not at all that far from here. That is a bad place, and you'd better have nothing to do with it. It is dangerous and should have been torn down long ago. Many a stranger never came back after asking questions about it. So don't let your curiosity be the death of you.
Okay.
Yeah, my husband and myself had run this shop for many, many years. My husband passed on now, but I keep it just the way he liked it. A well-run shop is a busy shop, he always used to say. Not very busy anymore, what with the swamp. But I try to keep it going the best I can. Mostly housewares, but a few items that might interest you.
Seems like the economy wouldn't really work in a place like this. There's the inn. Spend your money there to sleep safely. There's a shop here. You get a very limited amount of items. Spend the money there, but does she make enough? Does people want enough garlic for their food? And where do they get their food? They go out and hunt and buy some garlic, maybe some candy? Or does she get supplies for the candy? Where does she get all the garlic? Does she grow the garlic herself? Does she have a bunch of frozen garlic in the back? If there's supply chain issues with this place, I'm surprised she's still in business. Okay. I need to buy, according to this guide here, which I'm going to use in this case because I don't want to waste time. I need to buy rations. I need to buy garlic, first of all. Garlic. Buy. Did I just buy the garlic?
First, select the item you wish.
Did I buy the garlic? Exit. Yes, I bought the garlic. Okay. So there's no bargaining here, huh? Candy. Buy. And broom. Buy. I have $18.88, basically. I don't need to oil the shopping bag because I'm not a thief, but I do need the broom, which I just got. Rations. Buy. Rations. Buy. Rations. Buy. Rations. Buy. Rations. Buy. And rations. Buy. Okay. Got broom, rations, candy, garlic. Okay. Goodbye now.
You be careful. We don't need you going around stirring up trouble after all. You've got enough as it is. If you do find something interesting, you let me know, of course, won't you?
Obviously, she's the town gossip.
Goodbye. Or, as my dear departed Boris used to say, may the winds blow fair at your beck.
So, this playthrough is clearly going to last longer than my Quest for Glory 3 playthrough, because there is a lot of dialogue to listen to, which is fine. It's fun. Save. What time of day is it? Day 1, still early on. Rest.
After some rest,
You feel better. What are my stats? Communication is there's no communication? Oh yes, there is. Down there. Intelligence has gone up, I guess, because I was casting some spells. Is my health still poisoned? Okay. So if I go in here, there's going to be a ton of dialogue. But the guide says enter the inn, so I guess I will. Okay. Save early, save often. That's what I say.
you've entered a small but nicely furnished country inn. Stairs lead up to the guest bedrooms. The floor is covered with sawdust and peanut shell. The barrel contains the few shells.
Well, what about peanut
and
allergies?
the land in it. The innkeeper stares at you with an expression of fear and astonishment. It is several seconds before he speaks.
This is the Hotel Mordavia. Rooms here are 15 kopecks for room and board. Pay for 1 week in advance.
That's cheap.
Your room will be the first room at the top of the stairs. When you want food in the morning or evening, just sit down over there by the door.
Pay the innkeeper for your room and board.
Thank you for your payment.
You could live here indefinitely with that. Of course, the innkeeper's making money, but they're also paying somewhere, or getting food from somewhere and giving it to you, and that's going into the cost of the room. Okay, but where is everybody else getting their money? These guys make money from who? I make money from... I don't know if any monsters actually drop money. I can just go around and find money in random places. And that's how I get money, but eventually finding money will run out. And I will run out of ways to make money. Let's see, so... Eventually I'll run out of ways to pay for this inn, and I'll have to start trading a service or something. But what service does he need? Does he need somebody to sweep the floors? He can do that himself. He's got plenty of time. Eventually, I will need to come up with a way to earn my keep into this room if I were to stay here for a very long time. Does he need a service? If he needs a service, that's fine. But if he's got no new employees and no outgoing money to serve people, eventually people are just going to start trading goods and services around each other. And the idea of crowns and kopecks, because of the limited supply, will become irrelevant. A town of this size being cut off from supplies, from outside supplies, the idea of a currency might not work. This town and this land of Mordavia here, with all these 22, 25, whatever screens, 50 screens maybe, really would work better with the sort of the communal system instead of a capitalistic system. This is I'm not a communist, but communism might work in this place. It's so small. Everybody pitching in, doing their part, and sharing in the prosperity. Whatever amount of prosperity there is. Anyway,
The first door at the top of the stairs leads to your room. My wife will serve you supper in the evening.
okay.
You say you are a hero. Well, we will judge you here by your actions rather than your words.
That's fair. Very fair. I could be giving you fake news.
Magic is a very dangerous thing. We do not trust those who use or are used by magic. Make certain you do not give us any more cause for alarm.
Okay. Oh boy. Here we go.
The Hotel Mordavia has been in my family for generations. It is the only place to be when darkness falls at night. Everything else is closed, and even we lock the doors. You must knock if you wish to come in. My name is Yuri Markarov. My wife's name is Bella. We are the owners of this inn.
Says who? I believe if this is a communistic town, then everybody's the owner, isn't it? How are you making profit, you bigot?
My name is Yuri.
Sorry.
If you climb the stairs, your room is the first door on the right. The doors of the inn close before nightfall, so make sure you are always back before sunset. Make certain you are back in town before dusk. The gates of the town will close solidly. Keep out any dangers.
Okay.
The Burgomeister is the mayor of the town. You
Mayor.
will be wise to listen to what he says and stay out of trouble. There is not much for sale at the shop next door, but you may find something you need there. The monastery is to the north of here. It has been abandoned for many, many years, but it has a bad reputation. No one in town will go near it. And if you have any sense, neither will you. There are many ill things that roam this valley by night. Make certain that you never have to meet them. Never venture into the forest by night.
Gonna have to at some point, mister. Alright, here comes more dialogue.
I am Hans. Pleasure's all yours. I'm a farmer of pumpkins and corn and a person of great importance here in lovely Mordavia.
Listen, I'm telling you, Igor's death must be avenged. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ivan, an elephant herder.
That was a bug there.
Unfortunately, there are no more elephants in Mordavia, so business has kind of fallen off a tad.
Guys, is it just me or is Mordavia a wonderful place?
Oh, are you kidding? It's the greatest. There's many places to go, things to see. Are you kidding?
Right. Let's not forget that scenic cemetery to the east of town.
Everyone here's nothing but grins. Real friendly.
Yeah, except when we don't know you. We don't like strangers.
Or anyone else that's weird and doesn't belong.
Yeah, this part is a little bit glitchy with the voices and the dialogue, but
Rumors. You talking to me? What rumors?
Huh. There are no rumors here.
Unless you count the rumor that the castle is owned by...
Horse patootie. There are no rumors in Mordavia to speak of. The town of Mordavia is a quiet place.
Filled with friendly, joyful, stinky people.
Well, I'm not so sure about the friendly part. We tend to be very suspicious of strangers like you.
Yeah, well anyway, the town is filled with joyful and stinky people.
Yeah, happy happy, joyful, and stinky people.
Well, I wouldn't call us particularly joyful. As a matter of fact, most of us are pretty glum.
Oh, very well. All right, then Mordavia is filled with people. You know, stinky ones.
Yeah, many stinky people.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it many. There actually aren't very many of us around here.
Oh, forget it. Well, at least he stinks.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go sit down.
You eat your plain but nourishing breakfast. It has more than a bit of garlic added for spice.
Breakfast, you say, huh? Still midday in the day one? I don't need to check out my room. Maybe I'll go check out my room.
You unlock the door to your room and go in.
Okay. Peaceful.
This large chest is a good place to store equipment you don't need to carry around with you. The window opens out onto the back of the inn. A narrow ledge runs under it on the outside. The bed is adequate, but nothing to take home with you. After you leave, they'll probably put a plaque on it reading something like, "Hero slept here."
Of course.
Assuming, that is, that you leave in one piece and with your throat intact. Not necessarily a good assumption. The chest is empty. Trying to be a rugged individualist, are you?
Okay. Alright. Let's move on.
As you enter the northern part of the town, you hear the sound of a chisel chipping away at a stone block. A man is carving gravestones at one end of the street. Your attention quickly moves from the stone carver to the ominous Gothic building in the center of the street. There is definitely something not right about this structure. A sense of great danger and hunger comes from near the door of the massive stone building. The headstone carver stares at you and then goes back to work. You introduce yourself to the gravedigger.
Me, Igor. Building was Adventurers Guild. No adventurers, no guild. Town Mordavia, this north part of town. Oh, this day job. Also work graveyard shift. Little graveyard humor there. Igor dig graves in cemetery. Igor put dead person in grave. Igor cover dead person with dirt. Igor put headstone on grave. Oh, plenty job security around here. Business is piling up. Little graveyard humor there. Again. Oh, Igor not hear rumors. Igor not no stranger in town. Igor not no doctor make strange things in lab. Igor not no funny man in inn not funny. Igor not know many things. Igor not hear many things. Bad building. No go there. Bad, bad, bad.
He looks at you and then goes back to work. Lock the door using the key the Burgomeister gave you. It's a rare example of the deadly Mordavian moose, distinguishable by its long, fang-like canines. Someone has strung garlic around its neck, probably in hopes that it will stay on the wall. This is either some sort of diabolical device or an exercise machine. Come to think of it, exercise machines are diabolical devices. This is a long, sturdy-looking rope with a grapnel hook attached to one end. Some round metal weights lie neatly stacked on the floor. I better hope Dr. Cranium doesn't see them. He'd probably invent the cannon and upset the balance of power. This desk holds the adventurer's logbook, a quill pen, and an inkwell. A finely crafted sword rests within this case, but there doesn't seem to be a door or any way to open the case. A plaque reads, "Break glass in emergency." A portrait of an adventurer long gone hangs on the wall here. A small plaque at the base reads, "Piotr, Paladin." The painting shows a proud-looking adventurer standing on an obviously defeated dragon. It might have had more impact if the dragon wasn't just as obviously winking. The plaque says, "Wish you were here in Silmeria, Dunstan."
Silmeria.
That would be a lot easier if the desk had a drawer.
Really?
You read in the adventurer's log about some of the exploits of past adventurers in Mordavia. Prominent among them is the story of Piotr and the Dark One's cult. Near the end of the book, Piotr tells how he led the armies against the Chernovi cult outside the Dark One's cave. The fighters were trained soldiers, but the cult members fought like madmen. Suddenly, the cult members changed their forms and became grotesque monsters. Many of the soldiers panicked and ran. The battle was nearly lost. Then Piotr heard the voice of Irana. "By all my will, I banish you to..." The voice was cut off. The cult members screamed and ran. Piotr entered the cave and searched for some sign of life. All he could find were the grotesque remains of cult members. The only sign of Irana was her magical staff lying on the ground. Piotr picked it up and left the cave, knowing that Irana was beyond his help. Piotr then tells how he brought the staff back to town and placed it in the town square. A garden of flowers instantly sprang up around it. Near the end of the book, Piotr tells that he was going to seek out the rituals of the Dark One and destroy them. There are no later entries.
Sounds like a plan.
You sign your name into the adventurer's logbook with a flourish. It's almost become a habit by now.
Yes. Ah, interesting. Okay. Somehow I got in. Talk to the inn. Fighter, grab the rope and grapnel.
You pick up the rope and grapnel set and tie it onto your pack.
Okay. That's weird. My map went away. Where did my map go? Plus for glory map. It just disappeared, but it's back now. Okay. Not that I really need it at the moment. So, talk to Igor, use the key on the door. Fighter, grab the rope and grapnel, use it on the ring so you can practice climbing. Remember to take the grapnel with you when you leave. Smash open the case, get the sword. I will do that. Grab sword. Examine case.
Case looks totally solid, as if it was constructed around the sword. A plaque reads, Break glass in emergency only. Are you kidding? You have trouble forcing a mayonnaise jar open, let alone a heavy case. You'll need to build up your strength before you can get through this one.
Okay.
You break open the front of the case. Avoiding the broken glass, you pull out the sword. It looks like a fine quality weapon.
Yes. No longer have my other sword.
The painting doesn't look... The painting doesn't...
Okay, so let's work out here.
Your legs are too stiff and sore to use this right now.
Okay. Alright, so...
That...
Let me once again save it. Because...
Which book do you want to read?
Oh boy.
As you scan through Hero, the Journal of General Job Adjusting, you find quite a bit of information that might be useful here. There are a series of articles about the land of Moldavia. The town originally grew up around Castle Borgov. The Borgovs were the boyars, or local noblemen, assigned the role of guarding the area from invaders. The chapter on fauna describes a number of interesting creatures. The Necrotor is a vicious carnivore with big, sharp teeth.
Okay.
Some of the other monsters sound even more horrific. In the forest lives the Lishi, a creature known for playing practical jokes on travelers and playing riddle games, but which can also be helpful to those it likes. You learn about the Rosalka, the spirit of a murdered, unmarried woman. Such spirits are said to inhabit lakes and rivers. They try to avenge themselves by drowning any man foolish enough to approach them. You could really learn a lot by reading this magazine thoroughly, instead of just browsing through it. Isn't it nice that we included a complete copy in your game box?
Indeed. I have no game box.
The book turns out to be an advertising brochure. It says, I, Dr. Cranium, predict that someday one of my descendants will become the subject of a major computer game. The Castle of Dr. Brain from Sierra Online. Jeez, how cheesy can you get? The book is all about using spells in unusual and creative ways, such as calming a fire, using alternate flame and frost spells to make something brittle and break, and so on. You pick up a number of useful tips which will improve your spellcasting.
Okay. I can't do that again, okay.
This book teaches the ancient Oriental art of talk fool. How to overcome opponents by attacking them with the unpronounceable names of martial arts forms and confusing them with fortune cookie wisdom. You get lost somewhere between karate and kuksur. This book teaches you how to use the stair stepper to build strong leg muscles and talks about the importance of whole body development. It says to build up your strength gradually by adding weights to the baskets.
Of course.
You read through the book on spell casting techniques again. It hasn't changed.
Okay. Take a book.
Hey, this isn't a lending library.
Okay.
Nice try. But the bookshelf won't budge. If there's a secret passage around here, it's hidden a different way.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
You climb down the ladder into a seedy-looking room. A massive door blocks off a smaller room in the rear. This isn't as dusty as the Adventurers Guild, and the torches look recently lit. Your eye is drawn to the Thieves Guild recruiting poster on the back wall. It gives you fond memories of your home guild. Behind the innocent-looking surface of this room lies great danger. You sense that traps for the unwary are everywhere.
Okay, so this is the Thieves Guild. I'm not a thief, so I don't plan on being thievy in this place. But, I don't know if I want to even get into this, because this is too much to deal with. So, I will leave. Perhaps a future playthrough, if you request it, I can do the Thieves Guild. I will, however, now walk away and not involve myself with that monastery yet.
The old man walks with a slumped back and a sad, dejected look in his eyes. He seems to be searching for something that he hasn't been able to find.
Yes.
I am Nikolai. Have you seen my Anna? Anna. Have you seen my Anna? I am looking for Anna. Have you seen Anna?
I'm wondering if he's looking for Anna.
You greet the...
Good day.
Okay, so the last thing I'll do in this episode is check out this one here.
The sign reads, Dr. Cranium. You wonder what sort of medicine he practices.
Not typical medicine. I'm in. Okay, what's going on here?
The bust's eyes seem to follow you as you walk through the hallway. It reminds you of a porthole minus the glass cover. So it's definitely not a glass of port. There's a sign on the door. It says, warning, do not open without appropriate precautions. This strange device is labeled Transcendental Receiving Animal Processor. I wonder if that stands for something. Be careful, it might be a trap. It reminds you of a... The sign says, this is the key maze. It's a truly impressive, original, multimedia work created out of whitewash and sawdust. No one sees...
Oh, okay. Alright. So, leave the Adventurers Guild, talk to Nikolai, pull on the rope outside Dr. Cranium's, repeat the sequence of bell chimes, open the door, go inside. Okay. Open the door on the right.
How interesting. It sounded as though someone knocked on the other side of the door as well, several times.
Oh! It's the Antwerps.
Oh no, you've been Antwerped. Fortunately, these are just baby Antwerps, so the attack wasn't fatal.
Okay. Use the trap machine to answer the questions. Okay. Welcome to the Transcendental Receiving Animal Processor. You can analyze the creature you wish to capture, then apply the proper bait. If the animal is in the immediate vicinity, the trap will catch it for you. If the animal is not in the area, then you have to catch it yourself, but at least you won't need to feed it. Do you want to identify an animal? Yes. Is it bigger than a red box? No. Is it smaller than an ant? No. Is it black and white and red all over? No. Is it yellow and does it weigh 500 pounds and have wings and have an attitude? No. Is it gray and wrinkled and lives in a tree? No. Is it gray, wrinkled, wears a hat and says only you can prevent forest savanna fires? No. Does it bounce? It does. You want an elephant on a pogo stick, no doubt. No. Is it blue, avocado shaped, and sings Waltzing Matilda? Yes. Can't be in Antwerp then, they can't sing. Okay. Okay. No. 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 Yes. No. No. Must be an Antwerp you want. I only threw in the Waltzing Matilda to make it tougher. Feed it avocado. Okay, do I have avocado? These are avocado sandwiches, aren't they? These avocado garlic sandwiches. Okay, I'm gonna give it one avocado and garlic sandwich.
You bait the trap with avocado from your sandwich. Avocado was never high on your list of favorite foods anyway.
Hey, avocados are delicious.
Starts working.
Oh, got him.
In Antwerp, it's simply amazing.
Got him. Yes. Does it have legs? Yes. Does it have more than one leg? Yes. Does it have two legs? Yes. Does it have more than three legs? Yes. Does it have more than four legs? Yes. Does it have more than five legs? Yes. Does it have exactly 6 legs? Yes. Does it look like a cross between an octopus and a squid with only fewer tentacles? It does. Hexapods eat mostly heroes. Does it sound like a good idea to you? No, it does not. I was wondering. Well, in a pinch, a clove or garlic will do. Okay. I've identified the hexapod.
You've caught an Antwerp.
Okay, let's check out this. Open this one.
This is the Antwerp. Antwerps are naturally bouncy, so all you have to do is continually rotate the maze until the baby Antwerp bounces over to the key, then out through the exit.
Okay. Alright, so... Yes. I must release my Antwerp baby.
Congratulations.
Got it.
You've used the baby Antwerp to get Dr. Cranium's laboratory key from the maze. You add the key to your keyring.
Save, because I'm changing rooms, and apparently changing rooms causes the game to crash sometimes.
You faintly hear a voice.
Oh boy. Okay, so I am simply going to move these things into places. These might need to be up here. I think they do. Yes, yes, that seems right. Yes, yes. Nope, right there. Yes. Down here. Or down here. Yes, yes. Got it.
Great! You've managed to find Dr. Cranium's keyhole and open the door. You pass through into Dr. Cranium's private laboratory.
Quickly, Igor, the fluid. I must have the fluid.
The fluid.
Oh, excuse me. I thought it was Igor coming in to assist me. He helps out in the lab sometimes. Now then, what can I do for you?
You say hello to the scientist.
Welcome to my laboratory. You must have more than the usual intelligence and perseverance to have made it in here.
You introduce yourself to Dr. Cranium and tell him a little about your adventures.
I should be most interested to hear about your travels and your scientific discoveries along the way. Unfortunately, I have very little time for that right now. Perhaps we can discuss your adventures when you next return.
You explain to Dr. Cranium that magic is really a lot like science, and even deals with the same elements.
Oh, nonsense! There's no such thing as magic. There is only science. What you call magic is simply scientific phenomena that have not yet been properly investigated and catalogued.
Fair enough.
My name is Dr. Cranium. I am Moldavia's chief scientist and a certified genius. Some call me mad, but I much prefer Dr. Cranium. Ah, yes, science. I'm glad you asked. Science is the process of systematically increasing our knowledge of the world through observation and experiment. Unfortunately, some of the townspeople here seem to have no concept of the wonders of science. Some of them even claim my little inventions are magical. Such poppycock. There's no such thing as magic. Still, the townspeople insisted that I should be able to use my magic to cure wounds and sickness. I told them that I am a scientist, not a doctor, but they wouldn't listen. I had little choice but to concoct some simple elixirs. They were childishly pleased. Science is really so simple once you understand it. If you want to improve your stamina, then you should make sure you eat a healthy diet from all the different food groups and get plenty of aerobic exercise. That is science. Oh, you must mean my patented healing drink. You may have my last one. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the formula for its main ingredient. If you can help me remember it, I will be able to make some more healing drinks, although the work is very time-consuming.
Okay, so this is the part of the game where there is a what they call copy protection. So in the game manual, if you would have purchased the game, then you would have seen this code here and what password is for that. So I have it right here in this guide though, with the magic of the internet. Voltofen is wind, fire, earth, fire, wind. Wind, fire, earth, fire, fire, wind.
Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solution.
I have confirmed I purchased the game.
Oh, you must mean my new universal poison antidote. You may have this one, but I will need some help with the formula to make more. Also, I am afraid I only have time to make one each day.
Oh, Desertix. Earth, fire, water. Earth, fire, earth, fire, water.
Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions. If you want to improve...
You ask Dr. Cranium if he can spare an empty flask for specimen collection.
Of course, of course. I am always delighted to assist scientific research of any kind, and I have plenty of flasks. You may have this one.
Okay, open the door. It says grab 4 flasks from him, also a healing potion, poison cure potion. Okay.
Experiments are the meat and drink of science. First, you must come up with a hypothesis based on your understanding of the scientific elements. Then perform an experiment to test the hypothesis. Afterwards, you have a pizza. Earth is for solidity and stability. Air gives freedom and movement. Fire provides power and energy. Water, fluidity, and life. Pizza, of course, is the most important element of all. Pizza represents the essence of well-roundedness and regaining strength. Most importantly, you can have it delivered in under half an hour in most areas.
Not here.
A hypothesis is a scientific guess. One predicts the result of an operation, performs an experiment to test the prediction, then has a pizza to celebrate the result. It is very important to stay flexible, however. Sometimes the experiment may give a different result than predicted by the hypothesis. Since real scientists don't like to make mistakes, we always write the hypothesis in pencil. Pizza is a crucial ingredient in many scientific formulae. There is a nearly infinite variation in its effects, depending on whether one starts with pepperoni, mushrooms, artichokes, or plain cheese. One should always order extra pizza in case the experiment requires additional materials. Besides, science is hungry work.
You ask Dr. Cranium.
Of course, of course.
You ask
Of course.
You ask
Of course.
Okay, that should be 4, I think.
There is, of course, no such thing as magic. There is only science. Still, you would be amazed at how gullible some people are. Just the other day, someone gave me this scroll saying it was a magical spell. Can you believe that?
Scroll, huh?
It is purest poppycock. Nothing on here makes any sense whatsoever. Here, you may have this as a reminder that magic is a figment of fevered imagination. Only science is real.
Obviously, Dr. Cranium needs to take a correspondence course from the famous wizard school. As you read the scroll, you find that you have learned the incantations and gestures with which to cast a glide spell. Then the scroll vanishes.
There, you see, it was not even a very good piece of parchment. Fell right apart.
Okay.
Igor is the gravedigger and tombstone carver. Business has been slow lately, perhaps because there are very few people left in town. So Igor sometimes comes in to help me with my work. Igor has had less work of late. The forest is just as dangerous, but there aren't very many people left in town who are stupid enough to go out there at night, you know. I like to think of it as a sort of evolution in action. Igor is carving out quite a niche for himself in the gravestone business.
Not speaking.
You might say he is well on his way to becoming a rock star. Then again, you might not. The cemetery is outside of town to the east. It has proven a fruitful source of materials for my experiments. There are also some interesting and cryptic puzzles to be solved there.
It's a fluid.
Essential etheric fluid is an important ingredient in my formula for reanimating dead bodies. It contains the essence of the element of water, the most important ingredient in life science. This laboratory is where I perform some of my most important research. Lately, I have been trying to bring life back to a dead body and to brew the perfect cup of tea.
Okay.
Reanimating the dead is just another day's work in the life of a scientist. Even science cannot bring a person back right the way they were, but one can use scientific principles to restore the semblance of life and energy to formerly dead flesh.
Formerly dead.
The one alchemical combination that I have thus far been unable to fully analyze is that of a good cup of tea. I am sure there must be a way to duplicate the effects of nature, but the results have not been promising so far. Perhaps you would like a cup of spearmint and beefsteak tea? I thought not. This is even harder than rehydration solution and reviving dead tissue. Research is the heart and soul of science. Without constant experimentation to prove or disprove one's hypotheses, the scientist is left trying to solve the world's problems by guesswork. That is hardly the most efficient way to achieve results. I try to maintain a modest selection of useful experimental equipment in my simple laboratory. Unfortunately, it has become very difficult to obtain the most modern scientific accessories since the road out of the valley became closed by the swamp.
How do you even know about them? Do you have the internet?
Mad? Mad? They all call me mad, but what do they know of madness? I am not mad. A bit perturbed about the world situation and how I get so little respect, perhaps, but certainly not mad.
Okay, do I have 4 flasks? I have 4 flasks. Magic users asking about magic. All right. Say goodbye.
You say goodbye to Dr. Cranium.
Please be careful not to break the beakers or crack the flasks on your way out. Come back and visit again. Oh, and if you see Igor, please tell him I still need the fluid.
Okay. Going to save. 'Cause that was a lot of stuff I don't want to do again.
Yes, well, I keep looking for Anna. Will you help me find her? She's missing. Anna has been gone for a long time. I have been looking for her for so very long. I do not know what has become of my Anna.
Okay. So I'm going to once again save, and the next task is to deal with this monastery, at least the first time dealing with the monastery. But I will do that in the next episode. Look how scary this looks. I think you should watch the next episode. In fact, you should tell other people to watch this very episode. You should tell YouTube that you liked it by clicking the like button. You should also tell me that I should keep doing this kind of video by clicking the subscribe button. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.